Welcome back. October is National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month, and this is a story no parent should have to face. She loved gymnastics and cheerleading and made jewelry to help raise money for children with cancer. She was also a child herself. So why did 12-year-old Mallory Grossman take her own life? She appeared to be a typical all-American girl. Mallory Grossman was a cheerleader, described as a quiet, good student who was popular within a circle of friends. But then came 6th grade, where her parents say Mallory was relentlessly bullied. Her parents claim they pleaded with their daughter's New Jersey school to intervene, but say they got nowhere. Finally, after months of alleged harassment, 12-year-old Mallory took her own life. The details of how, the parents have kept private. The Grossmans now want answers. They've announced a plan to file a lawsuit against Mallory's school. They say despite numerous requests for school officials to intervene, not enough was done.
We were in contact probably almost every month with the school, following up, staying on top of it. It got to the point where she didn't want to go to school. We were in the process before all of this happened about taking her out of the school and putting her into private school, but unfortunately, she didn't give us the chance to do so.
The prosecutor's office is still investigating the case, while the Grossmans search for meaning. They've created a memorial Facebook page filled with reminders of Mallory's life, like her sneakers that still sit where she last left them. And they founded a charity to combat bullying. They call it Mallory's Army.
I want to thank you for helping us bring awareness to an epidemic that is stealing our children and their childhood.
Their mission? To stop this kind of tragedy from ever happening again.
Kindness is just as easy as hate. Just as easy. Teach your children to be aware of someone who might need a little helping hand today.
We reached out to the school district this week for a comment. They did not get back to us. In August, they said the allegation that the Rockaway Township School District ignored the Grossman family and failed to address bullying in general is categorically false. They also say because of the lawsuit and the district attorney's investigation, they cannot comment further. But they say they are confident that people will see things differently when all the facts are known. And they say people will then see the district's actions as thoughtful and purposeful. Before the break, we heard the tragic story of 12-year-old Mallory Grossman, who committed suicide after allegedly being bullied by a small group of girls in school earlier this year. Here now are her parents, Dianne and Seth. Also joining us is their lawyer, Bruce Nagel. Thank you both so much for being here. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you for having us.
I know it's an odd question, but how are you holding up?
Good moments and bad moments. I don't think we're at the stage where we have good days and bad days yet. We're just still having good moments and bad moments.
This just happened in June, just this past June.
Yeah, just over 3 months.
Can you describe the alleged bullying for us? In what form did it take?
I think it was humiliation, intimidation was the first phase of it. A lot of exclusion, you can't sit with us. And I think Mallory wanted to be a part of that crowd, that group. And so it was really, they would just do things to embarrass her.
So she had friends, but it was a different group that was targeting her, you say.
Yeah.
What about, I read that you also say that there were texts and emails, including ones that actually may have encouraged suicide. Is that true?
It is true.
Can you tell us about that? How do you know about that?
Well, Mallory wasn't on the social media Snapchat. She had an Instagram page, but we told her you're allowed to have social media, but it has to be used for good use. And so she would sell her little hand scrubs for Camp Good Days. But the girls would write nasty things, take her picture inappropriately, and screenshot it and then send it to her. So they would Snapchat it out to their friends, and then they would screenshot it and send it to her. Yeah.
So you did get active. I mean, you tried to go to the school. You say repeedly, right, Seth?
Yeah.
I mean, and what response did you get from them?
Usually we're investigating it. Not a lot came out of it. They just seemed to sweep it under the rug. They didn't seem to take it very seriously. And this went on for many months.
And I know you say that at one point the school tried to get the alleged bullies in with Mallory. And what did they tell Mallory to do with the girls? I mean, what was the instruction in that meeting?
To hug it out.
Yeah.
To hug it out. And it was really bad because Mallory was being forced to, and they called her a tattletale. So it just made it even worse. And then after that meeting, Mallory went into the bathroom to wash up her face and clean herself up. And the girls followed behind her and said, if you do that again, we're gonna get you. And so it just made it worse.
Did you ever try to reach out? I mean, I wouldn't know what to do, you know, but I feel like I might try to reach out to another mom, to one of the moms to say, like, please help me stop this, right? Did you guys ever try that?
There was another girl in Mallory's class that she was friends with that experienced the same humiliation and exclusion. So I reached out to that mom and said, and she said, just reach out to the school. This is what you do. And it turns out she's actually an attorney. So I took her advice. You follow the school's protocol. They're the authorities. They're the ones that specialize in this. So you rely on them telling you this is what you're supposed to do. So that's what I did. I did exactly.
You know, Seth, that the school says these allegations that they didn't do enough or more, that they're completely false. Do you have any response to that?
Well, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. There was no enforcement of the HIB laws, which New Jersey has some of the strictest laws in the books.
HIB is harassment, intimidation, and bullying.
Correct.
And New Jersey really tries to crack down on that. And your
There's
allegation
dozens of
is they
pages
didn't.
behind the law itself, which I actually looked at. It doesn't mean much to me. I'm not, a lawyer. But there's apparently loopholes. They did nothing to enforce it. There was no consequences.
And it went on and on
Yeah.
throughout the course of the whole year?
Yeah.
So, with respect, if you can take us back to the day that it happened. I know there was a big meeting with the school involving Mallory. Was she there too?
Yes.
Yep.
What happened at that meeting?
So we kind of spelled it out for them. We kind of told them, like, we kind of said, now you have to do something. We followed your rules. I had said to them that I was contemplating taking Mallory out of school and putting her in private school because she just didn't feel safe. She was starting to have symptoms in the spring. Her grades had dropped. So that day was really about us saying enough is enough. It was really, we wanted to see them face to face and say that we've had enough.
Looking back now, do you see a potential trigger in anything that happened that day?
I think she left the school that day feeling defeated. Like no one had her, no one protected her.
She said you made it worse.
Yeah.
Made
That
it
was
worse.
her mindset. You
Were
made it
there any
worse.
signs that she was, becoming suicidal?
Nothing.
Nothing. As a matter of fact, there's a picture here somewhere of her on a duck. That was the weekend before. So no, and that's what's actually the scariest, I think, for us, is that there were no signs. Did she talk about it because of the movie 13 Reasons Why? Yes, but she was more mad because I wouldn't let her watch the series because I thought she was too young. So we talked about it. But there was nothing, it wasn't like she had loss of appetite. Any of the top 10 signs that they say, oh, these are none of them.
What do you want to see happen to the girls who you say were bullying her?
I think, number one, they need to be held accountable and understand the magnitude of what it is that they did. I think that's the number one. I think that we need to set an example. I think, the solution to be, well, you should just let things roll off your back. I think it's crystal clear that that's not a solution. And I think that those girls should spend the rest of their life community service to really understand, and they should dedicate their life just like we've done.
Bruce, the DA's investigating this. So what does that mean? Where could that go?
Well, there's two parallel roads here. We have the civil case, which we're litigating, and we have the criminal end. The criminal end will take probably a year before they make a decision. The reality here is that the school has a legal obligation to protect their students, and they didn't do it. It's a very simple case.
But we saw a case not long ago where a 17-year-old who had encouraged her boyfriend to kill himself was convicted. Now, that was a particular state with very tough laws on this issue, but do you see that happening here? Is that a possibility with the DA investigating?
We don't know what the criminal authorities are going to do here. Again, these are children, so it's a whole different standard.
And young children.
Young
They're
children.
12 years old, too.
Exactly. So we don't really know, but that's really a separate issue. The real issue for us is there's a wake-up call. There's an epidemic around the country. We've had responses from virtually every state. This is going on every single day. This little device can be a lethal weapon, in the wrong hands. It's got to stop. And school administrators have to do something about it. And they're not. Hopefully this case will shed light on the problem and change it.
Again, I do want to say, in fairness to the school, they deny this. They say when the facts come out, we will see that they did everything within reason. That's their position, and they don't feel they can comment right now with pending litigation. But we have to talk about bullying and the devastating consequences it can have. I mean, I've said to you, I wouldn't know how to handle it. Even though I was the victim of bullying, I think most people have experienced in some form. How do you handle it? What is the right thing? If you go to the school and you don't get the results, what do you do? When we come back, we're going to get some expert advice on how to answer that question, how to best to handle bullying in school, online, and elsewhere.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.